Hello, thanks for doing another one of my videos. Let's do some yoga. Close your eyes, bring your hands to heart center, and arrive at your mat by taking a few deep breaths, filling the lungs, pushing everything out, breathing through the nostrils. Settling in. Take a full inhale and a cleansing exhale through the mouth. Let's start to roll the wrists. And on an inhale, we're going to raise this left hand, keeping the hands flexed towards the ceiling. Take a full breath. And on the exhale, bring right ear towards right shoulder. You're going to feel it pull all the way down the underside of the arm. So we're trying to let our head be as passive as possible and the right arm is relaxed. And slowly turn your nose towards the armpit. Full inhale back to center. Exhale, turn that palm so that the fingers face the floor. The arm is straight. Take another full breath. Exhale, ear to shoulder, opposite way. Turn your nose towards the armpit. Inhale back to center, relax the arm. Take a pause. On the next inhale, we're raising this right arm, keeping the hand flexed. Slowly bring ear to shoulder. And turn nose to armpit. Inhale back to center. Exhale, we're flipping this palm down now. Ear back to shoulder. Send your breath to those sticky places. Exhale, nose to armpit. Inhale back to neutral, relax the hand, roll the wrists again a few times, each direction. Then we're going to bring our palms to our shoulders and slowly start to rotate forward. So inhale when you're back, exhale forward. Inhale, exhale. Now switch your rotation. Inhale back, exhale forward. One more time. And then we're going to come up to hands and knees. Our toes are flexed and our knees are hip width apart, our shoulders are shoulder length apart. On an inhale, we're leaning forward in a circle. My wrists are already popping. Exhale, we're coming back onto the toes. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Make these big, we're stretching the wrists and the toes. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Now switch your rotation. Same thing, inhale forward, exhale back. Finding all these pops and clicks, working the kinks out. All right, so we're coming to a neutral spine, and on an inhale, lift the chin, let the belly hang low. Exhale, tuck your chin, shoulders to the ceiling, and the tailbone comes under. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale, come to a neutral spine, and we're gonna walk our hands out and over. So we're coming off to the right side of our mat. The left hand is gonna plant down. You're taking your right hand and placing it on top. So you're using the right hand to hold your left hand down. And we're gonna try to sink our heads back to the mat. So you're essentially just pinning the left hand so that you get a good stretch in the underside of the arm. So the left arm is totally relaxed and the right arm is pushing down. Take a full breath. On the exhale, release. We're gonna walk all the way over to the left side of the mat now, but the right hand plants, the left hand is our weight, and we're stretching and leaning back. So we're pulling the shoulder out and breathing down the whole rib cage on the right side. Take a full breath. Exhale, let go. We're walking our palms back to center. Place the elbows on the floor. Palms come together. You might need to walk them forward a little bit because we're going to try to sink our forehead to the floor. So now we're breathing up underneath the shoulder girdle. Take full breaths here. Take a full breath. Exhale, release the palms. We're sliding up to tabletop. Tuck those toes. On an exhale, send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Our shoulders are long. They're pushing away from our ears towards our hips. The heels are trying to reach the floor. There can be as much of a bend in the knee as you need. We're looking towards our belly button. Feel the weight evenly distributed between your hands and your feet. You're pulling your mat apart. On an inhale, let's lift this right leg. Exhale, we're sending this foot through, planting it between our hands, dropping the back knee. Now walk the right foot forward a little bit. Squeeze the glutes. On an inhale, we're coming up, hands at heart center, and now shift the weight forward, but make sure that this front knee does not surpass the toes. You want to stay at a 90-degree angle. You're going to feel this in the back or the front of the left hip flexor. So just stay here at heart center for a couple breaths. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, palms down on either side of the foot. We're shifting our weight back. Let those toes come up so the foot is flexed. And we're just hovering here. Round the spine down and breathe into those hamstrings. Try to keep your hips square. On an inhale, shift your weight forward. Those back toes are tucked. Exhale, we're going to send this right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left toes come up. They stay pointed. Your hips are square to the floor. Take a full breath. Exhale, bring this foot through. We're planting it between the palms. Drop the back knee. Walk the left leg a little bit forward. On an inhale, we're squeezing our butt and our core. Come up to heart center. Sink forward a little bit. Make sure you don't pass 90 degrees on the left knee. And just breathe. You have to squeeze everything here. Inhale, arms come up. Look up towards the palms. Exhale, hands come down to either side of that front foot. Our back toes are still tucked. On an exhale, we're coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Take a full breath. Exhale, we're bending that knee and opening the hips. Our upper body stays exactly where it is. Your heart should be facing the mat. Just breathe here. We're opening up the right hip flexor, the front of the right leg. Inhale, come back to center. On an exhale, we're bringing knee to nose. So you have to reach up, hug those shoulders to the ceiling. Exhale, extend your foot long. Another full breath. On your next inhale, we're bringing the right knee to the right elbow. Exhale, extend back. Inhale, right knee to left elbow. Exhale, extend back. Slowly bring your foot back to the floor. Take a breath. We're lifting the left toes up, keeping them pointed. Bend the knee, hinge the hip open. Your chest faces the floor. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knee to nose. You gotta hug the shoulders up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring that leg straight back. Toes are pointed, hips are square. On an inhale, we're coming forward, left elbow to knee. Exhale back. One more time. This time we're coming to the right elbow. Twisting our body. Exhale back. One more full breath. Bring those left toes back to the mat. Knees come to the floor. Walk them wide to the edges of your mat. Sink your hips back towards the heels. Relax the arms down. Take a deep child's pose. And let go of any judgments. Your body is exactly where it needs to be today. Inhale, we're coming back up to tabletop. Lift this right arm up, taking a full inhale. Exhale, we're coming down, threading the needle. Bring the right cheek to the floor. You can leave your left hand planted, or you can extend it in front of you, or you can fold it behind you. Settle into that bottom shoulder. Take a full inhale. On the exhale, the left palm comes back to the shoulder. Inhale, we lift, opening up the right arm. Exhale down. Next inhale, left hand rises. Exhale, come down, feed it through. Sink into your bottom shoulder, and then place your right arm. Take a full breath. Exhale, right palm comes back to the shoulder. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, down. We're tucking our back toes, coming up again for downward facing dog. On an exhale, shift your weight forward to plank, or you can drop your knees for modified plank. We're gonna hold this for 3 breaths. On the exhale, roll all the way down, belly, chest, chin. Relax the feet, elbows hugging close to the body. On an inhale, we're just lifting our upper body, pulling the shoulders through, keeping the ears down, the shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, roll back to the mat. Palms come close to the shoulders. On an exhale, we're rolling up and over the knees. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot comes up off the floor. Exhale, we're bringing this through, planting it between our palms. Drop the back knee. Squeeze the butt and core. On an inhale, we're coming up. Hands come to a cactus position. Walk those front toes forward again, but make sure that when we lean forward, you don't break the 90 degrees. We're trying to protect the knee. You don't want to overextend it. So inhale, we're opening. Pull back, the shoulders are pulling back. Exhale, we're bringing the shoulders forward, hovering. Inhale, we're pulling back. Exhale, forward. One more time. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, come to neutral. Palms come down to either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes, and we're bringing that knee up off the floor. So now we're in a runner's lunge. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your core. On an inhale, we're coming all the way up. On an exhale, we're gonna open up towards the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, we're opening away from the right to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, palms come to either side of that foot, and we're stepping our back foot forward. Bend the knees. We're hanging in forward fold. Reach for opposite elbows. Maybe shift your weight side to side. Take a full breath. On the exhale, we're lifting halfway. Shoulders are pulled back. Pelvis is tucked under. Exhale, roll to the floor. Inhale, bend the knees deeply. We're coming all the way up. Exhale, swan dive towards the mat. Plant the hands. Our feet step back to plank. 3 breaths. On an exhale, we're rolling all the way down. Belly, chest, chin. Relax the feet. Elbows are tucked in close to the body. Inhale, we lift, pulling the shoulders through. Exhale, roll back down. Palms come close to the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Rolling up, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left toes rise. Exhale, bring this foot through. We're planting it, dropping that back knee. On an inhale, we're engaging our core and our legs and coming to cactus. Take a full breath. On an exhale, we're leaning forward. Bringing the elbows forward, leaning forward with our legs. Inhale, open. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring the palms down to either side of this front foot. We're tucking the back toes, bringing the knee up. Squeeze the core. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we're opening towards our left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, open away. Inhale up. You get to hear the lovely sounds of my Latonia crackheads outside. Exhale, palms down either side of the front foot, and we're stepping this back foot forward. This is why we yoga. Exhale, melt. Reach for opposite elbows. Hang loose. Rock yourself side to side. On an inhale, we're lifting halfway. Shoulders pull back, pelvis is tucked under. Exhale, roll to the floor. Inhale, bend the knees deeply. We're lifting all the way up. Exhale, swan dive towards the floor, stepping your feet out, hover in plank. Exhale, roll all the way down or hover in chaturanga. Inhale to baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll over those toes, downward facing dog. We're actually going to bring the knees to the floor so that we can bring our forearms down to the floor and palms come together. So we're going to plant the weight in our forearms here. And our toes are still tucked. And on an exhale, we're going to do downward facing dog, except our forearms are going to stay on the floor. It's called dolphin. So we're pushing up. And you might like it a little better, maybe, maybe not, than downward facing dog. But your shoulders are now engaged. And we're taking breaths here. This is going to create really strong upper back. And you're still trying to push your heels towards the floor, but it's going to be more challenging to get them down. On an inhale, we're shifting our weight forward. You're not going to be able to come super far, like you're not going to be able to come to a plank, but we're strengthening these shoulders. Exhale, push back. 2 more times. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Bring the knees back to the floor, and we're just going to come to seated. So extend the feet long, the legs long, the feet are flexed. Our spine is straight. We're going to place our palms on either side of our hips. Take a full breath. Exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, bring your head back to neutral. Arms are going to lift. Exhale, hinge at the waist. Bring your hands either to either side of your legs, onto your legs, or if you can reach your toes, grab your toes. And we're just forward folding. Stretching into those hamstrings. One more full breath. On the exhale, we're rolling back up. Let the feet be neutral. We'll do a little bit of neck stretching and then a couple more hip openers. So we're going to sit on our hands with the palms facing in. Your legs can be relaxed now. Take a full breath. And on an exhale, bring left ear to left shoulder so that you're feeling the pull all the way down the right side. You want your head to be as relaxed as possible. And slowly roll your way chin to chest and stop wherever you get a good stretch. And start to work your way up the other side. back up to center. Release your hands. Just roll the wrist, let the blood come back in. Okay, so now we're gonna separate our legs just by a palm width. So the right leg is gonna plant, the right foot is gonna plant, and our left foot is flexed. So with our right hand, that's spacing, using as our spacer, we're gonna bring it around our leg. And this is where you can use a strap to help yourself. If you can't reach, most people were not gonna be able to reach, you would have a strap in this hand, pull it behind you, and then we're reaching our left arm to meet it. So the goal is to hold your own hand here. If you can't do it, you would use the strap as an extension of your hand. So left foot stays flexed, and we're just trying to breathe and open the chest, keeping both hip bones planted on the floor. If you don't have a strap, you can use like a hand towel or something, just anything to give you a little bit more length. A sock. Take a full breath. On an exhale, release, let the blood come back in, and we're gonna switch sides. So now the right foot plants, left foot plants, right foot is flexed. You're using your left hand as a spacer. Your legs should be about a palm width apart. And now we're taking this left hand and just folding it behind us. I already heard my shoulder pop, and we're reaching back. So there should not be any pinching or burning. If there is, it's too much for you, and you need a strap. But you should feel opening. You should feel it in the chest and the front of the shoulder. Full breath. Exhale, unwind, let the legs go, let the arms go. We're gonna move down to our backs. So you're bringing the knees together and the feet are wide. We're in an internal rotation, and we're just gonna lay here. We're just gonna lay here for about a minute, and we're letting our low back, the sacrum, settle down into the floor. And it probably feels really awkward at first. Okay, so we're just gonna slowly start to windshield wipe the knees back and forth. Inhale when you're up, exhale when you're down. And the next time, on that exhale, you're gonna leave your knees to the floor. So you'll have to adjust your feet so that your legs can hang passively. But we're trying to keep our spine on the floor as much as we can. The low part of the back is gonna pop up off the mat, and that's okay. But the goal is to feel this in the front of the hip flexors. If you can't really feel it, try separating your legs a little bit. Inhale the knees back up to neutral. And we're gonna switch sides. Exhale, rest them down the opposite way. Inhale, knees come back up to neutral. Walk the feet back to center. We're just straightening one leg at a time and coming into your Shavasana. And this is when you can pause the video if you need some more time. When everyone's ready, I'll meet you at seated. With hands back to heart center. And just thank yourself for coming to your mat today and doing something good for your body. And thank you for participating. Namaste.